Wait, do you see that?
This is crazy. Looks like the whole world is ending again.
Unless...
In the not too distant future, the last two men on Earth must adapt and evolve to save humanity. The movie is Biosphere, and those two men are played by Mark Duplass and Sterling K. Brown. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me about this movie that's coming out on July 7th.
Thank you, Shawnee. Appreciate it.
I have to admit, I was not prepared for this movie at all. Nothing I've ever seen.
Excellent.
So, my first, it is excellent. It is. It was a lot of fun. How do you think audiences are going to react to this?
We don't know. The reason is we've shown this film literally once. We showed it at the Toronto Film Festival, and that was it, to procure our distributor. And we really have realized that audiences tend to experience this movie just like you experienced it best, when they don't know much at all about it. So, you know, I have my hopes. I mean, this is a really funny buddy comedy that people can come and see and enjoy, and then get surprised by, and hopefully a way that's delightful for them. But even if it's not, that's cool too.
Yeah.
I like that.
They have fun. I hope they feel something.
Yeah.
You know, whatever they feel. Like, I hope they don't.
Whatever that might be.
I hope they don't leave and be like, oh, it was okay.
Yeah. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Nope.
No, I messaged my reviewer and I was like, I need you to watch this now. I need someone to talk to. Okay, so Mark, I have to admit, I loved you in The League. Absolutely loved you. With this new role, you not only are starring in it alongside the illustrious Sterling K. Brown, you also co-wrote and executive produced it. I have to ask you, where did this idea come from?
Well, I love male intimacy, and I've been putting versions of that on screen for a long time. And, you know, there's not really like a big social message I'm trying to do with it. I just really like to explore it. And for this movie, it really started with an impulse. There are two gentlemen inside of a biodome, and they're arguing fiercely about Super Mario Brothers.
And now here we are wondering, like, oh, why is Mario in charge?
And who is the man behind the curtain and who isn't. And I didn't know what the movie was going to be about, but I trust those instincts. And I started following it and chasing it. And then I ran into a wall. And then I brought it to Mel Eslin, my co-writer, my director, woman who runs my company. And as I brought the perspective of a cis white male from the South, she brings this sort of science nerd, queer female perspective to it that I couldn't have imagined. Then she takes it somewhere. Then she runs into a little wall. Then we bring in Zachary Drucker, our partner, who brings this trans female experience that we couldn't have had. Then we bring in Sterling as an actor who shows us a little bit about some of the homophobia he dealt with in the South. And sort of through all of these different perspectives, it became a little greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait for people to see this. So I have to know, and I think that your viewers and fans are definitely going to want to know, which one of you is a better kisser?
I don't know if you can bifurcate that, right?
I don't know if you can either, because we only have each other
to compare it to. Listen, I feel like my wife and I share a really nice kiss. I don't know if she's empirically a good kisser or I'm empirically a good kisser.
Yeah.
But what I can say for certain is that Sterling and I have something special together. We share some things. And that never goes away.
It never go away.
You know, there's this thing that happens in our industry, okay? It's like a little dirty secret. You get real close with people, then you walk away and you don't see them again for a while.
True, yeah.
And it's kind of gross, and it makes me feel a little soul sick. But Sterling and I will forever be linked.
We're connected. Besides just the kiss and everything that comes along with it, like I've seen his junk.
Yeah, you got up close.
I had to put on my glasses and bear witness, and it looks very normal, very good. You know what I'm saying? Like it does what it's supposed to do. So I don't. He's a good kisser. I just try to be in the moment with him. So I give him credit for being in the moment with me. That's it.
It's easy.
Yeah,
it's easy.
And how did you guys prepare for this film? What did you do?
You have much more prep time.
I had like a couple of years, I had written this thing with Mel. We had all the prep. So as a producer, I have this luxury of spending all this time with it. Sterling has,
I had less time.
Yeah.
You know what? I think more than I'm a meditator, and I know you are too. And as I read the script and I knew that I was going to do it, I was very curious as to how I would show up when it came to doing the intimacy, because it's not something that I'd done before with Mark.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, all right, I'm a professional, so I know like I'm going to do the job, but I didn't know what sorts of things it would bring up. But what I loved about the script is that like any feeling that I may have had at any point in time, Ray kind of got to express through the course of the film, right? So it's like I got a chance to go on the journey with the character, and I think hopefully that will bring more people in, because it wasn't like an easy thing for them to do, but it was a thing that they did because they knew it was the right thing to do, So
I'm gonna find a way to keep us alive. I just need you to believe.
Now, the film has been called a post-apocalyptic comedy. Say that 3 times fast. Or, doomsday comedy. As you guys said, a buddy comedy. And it was. But I feel like it definitely had a deeper meaning to it. And I'm just wondering, what are you hoping that people take away from it? Are you hoping that there's a lesson?
I thought it was just like our version of The Last of Us. I don't know what the
that's
comedy.
That's a Biosphere too.
We're trying to get the video game, basically. We're trying to go in reverse of The Last of Us. What do you think?
For me, the key ingredient to this movie is being able to giggle warmly at these gentlemen's discomfort as they try to disconstruct who they have been and try to grow, and they mess up and see if they can survive, both literally and metaphorically. And that's the most important element to it. And I hope that anyone can see a little bit of themselves as our society is bringing us so many challenges about who we are and who we want to be. And is it okay to admit that we have these blind spots at times? I hope that this is a warm and non-castigating way for people to see some things in themselves and get a different lens on it without feeling they're being called out.
Amen. I like that. It's good.
I like that too. I appreciate you taking the time with me so much. Biosphere is out in theaters July 7th. Go watch it. I want to know what everybody thinks.
Me too.
Us. Well, thank you, Shawnee. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Sometimes you can't explain all the magic in the world.